Bond45 is your premier
The
destination.
premier, right. I thought you were all friendly.
There's no
I
discussion.
thought we were all friendly down in National Harbor, but apparently not.
Look at this dude. Is there anything not premier about this and all that? Right.
You know, here at Bond45, this is where a New York heart meets a Maryland soul.
Other businesses are always talking about Bond45. Other neighboring restaurants are always talking about Bond45.
You can let your hair down, you can just have fun, have conversations.
The atmosphere, the vibe, the people, the music.
I consider Bond45 to National Harbor as our Townhall.
If you ever look at or look up the picture of a sailor kissing nurse in Times Square after World War II ended, if you magnify the picture a little bit, in the background you will see Bond, the same exact logo that we have right now. So it used to be the biggest clothing store in the city, and it was so famous. It was the talk of the city, and over the years it transitioned to a warehouse when they were shooting movies, shows, had a lot of scandals and murders happened in this warehouse. Long story short, this name was tied to so many news, the good and the bad. So it always under the spotlight.
So this isn't a typical restaurant here at the harbor. Bond45, their staff, their management team, they've inspired a great deal of loyalty from the customers, from the residents, from the region, because they really do make this a home. And so businesses like this generally thrive. What gets in their way? Well, a lot of things gets in their way of business. To have a restaurant to survive the pandemic, to survive the inflation is very, very difficult.
COVID was a very, very unique experience for all of us, of course, and a very unique experience for us on our Bond45 level. The scariest decision that I ever taken was to figure out what the identity of Bond45 is. Are we a high-end restaurant? Are we a steakhouse? Are we a family-friendly restaurant? Are we cheap? Are we expensive? Decide what the identity of the place is. And I believe that Bond45 is an upscale restaurant, but it's family friendly and it welcomes everybody. And Bond has to design a menu that welcomes and caters to every single person walks in the door.
For years and years, we were trying to figure out the identity of Bond, because we have the Gaylord Convention Center, 3 blocks away from us. So on a Friday night, we might have 100 black people in the building, 100 white people in the building, 100 different races in the building that are all just one thing. They're families who are coming to have a good time, a good meal, and to be with each other. Then you fast forward to a Tuesday, you'll have a doctor's convention, a lawyer's convention, a Catsicon convention, and these people are business driven. So how do you find the balance between a business driven restaurant and a soul restaurant? It's one answer. You find love, you find hospitality, and you treat everyone the exact same. And for us, that's all we've done, is treat every customer the exact same, no matter who you are, no matter what walk of life you are, no matter where you're from. Instead of being in New York, now you're in PG County, and you're in our hands, and you're in the hands of the Fireman Hospitality Group. And the only thing that we've ever wanted to do was to take care of our clients.
So many people from across the region, across the state, come to Bond45 and come to National Harbor to really have a good time.
This is where, when I am looking for a place on a Friday or a Saturday to host friends and family at the last minute, Bond45 has showed up for me time and time again, and has given us 5-star accommodations and status.
So the experience I get from sitting at the bar, kind of hanging out, and what I really like as a business owner is that you can get some really good tips, and you can get some really good knowledge from some of the other business owners, and then there's a lot of community leaders and centers of influence, and you can sneak in, and on any given day you can meet anyone, and you can learn a lot.
When it comes to Bond45, they've been here for the last 14 years. It shows respect, it shows a place that everybody knows. And me being a business director in the harbor, before even opening my location, I could hear about Bond45 is a place that you gotta go and listen about.
The level of hospitality, when you walk in a restaurant, you feel like you just walked into your second home. We're so professional. We show up stiff in full suits, but we give high fives. We kiss old ladies on the cheek. We carry the babies from the mom to the table, and we keep this very, very personal touch. So hospitality for us, it's like someone, your best friend, your family member just came to visit you in your own house. The same way we treat our guests in our own house is the same exact way we treat our guests at Bond45.
So many family members and friends, and so many memories that that we're going to cherish for the rest of our lives. That's like the biggest meaning for me, personally. It's not uncommon that you'll see my mom coming in here, my brother, my sister, my best friends, and also friends that I've met inside the restaurant that are regulars, that we love.
The co-workers I've got, like Kev, I'm cool with Kev. We done been up over there to Top Golf. I done hung out with Kev or Trail. Whenever he come in here, he be happy to see me. Or even T, I be talking to T in here. So the family atmosphere that they got in here, I feel like I feel right in when I come in here.
People in South County, there's not that many places that we can go to. So the fact that we have a place like Bond45 in South County, the place it's nice. You can get a nice experience, a nice vibe, a nice ambiance.
The beauty of Bond45 is when you talk to the staff here, you realize they all come from different areas, mainly from the DC corridor, since we're so close to the DC region here at National Harbor. But what's been so significant is that folks come to Prince George's County, many of the servers, many of the waiters, many of the bartenders, for the first time, and are experiencing Prince George's County, and are saying, we want to continue to work here, we want to come live here. And so that economic impact has ripple effects. Also, the restaurant's doing well. People are coming from all across the state of Maryland to actually enjoy Bond45. And so that economic impact can't be understated.
Every time it's the friendship and the camaraderie, meeting people from all over the world that come and sit at their wonderful bar area, their area in the main dining room. People of all nationalities, of all ethnic backgrounds. They're so wonderful, so that keeps me coming back.
This place feels like home. The neighbors, the restaurant people walk around here. When we get here, it's like a family feel, and that's because how hospitable John is and how he treats you when you walk into his house.
That's just something that's needed in this community. Coming from a long day of work, or you want to just go out during the weekend or whatever, to get that service, smile. It's just, they're always positive. Whether you are or not, that positivity just comes right there.
Success for a restaurant that carries a legend of the same establishment from another city, it's as simple as, business-wise, you have to be successful. You are successful when your numbers are good, performance is great, guest feedback is perfect, retention rate for your staff is consistent and shows good percentage and good results. We were able to achieve all of that. But speaking of the original location, you are successful based on how, with the difference in location and the difference in culture and the difference in the demographics, you're able to take all of this experience as a package and you deliver it here without exception. Matter of fact, you exceeded this experience and made it your own.
Bond45 guide us by simple advice. It's like, be nice to the community. If you support the community is going to support you. Being now 2.5 years, I can recall the day that we first time met, where John was so kind enough to let everybody know you can be as great as you can, but without the community, you are not gonna success anywhere.
You don't have to worry about being treated a certain way, because we're always treated at the highest capacity of excellence.
The role a flagship restaurant plays, it starts with customer service. It starts with the moment that you enter the restaurant, from the host stand to the bar, the presence of the employees and their welcoming, I would say, presence. And then from there, it's just like once you're seated, the servers, the waiters, waitresses that make you feel this is the place that you need to be and that where you want to spend your money.
One thing I can say, John will do whatever he can to make anyone who is doing something, promoting something, whether it is anything political, whether it is anything for the community, whether it is just anything all around, he will make it happen.
There was one night, I think it wasn't this past year, it was the year before that. It was my first November working here, and me and two of the other managers all have November birthdays. They're all within 8 days of each other. And for one of them, my GM's birthday, John, he stopped the entire lounge after we sang happy birthday to him, told the entire lounge, even the people he didn't know, how thankful he was for everybody being there for his birthday, and he gifted the entire lounge with a bottle of Prosecco for every table. And just seeing the shock on people's faces, even people who have known him for years, you know, it never surprises us when he does these things, but it never makes it less special.
So actually, as we speak, we have about 6 or 7 students here from our Leadership Academy who are here having a chat and chew. So they have some great spaces back there that are by the water. You can see the water in the background. It's a beautiful space where they're having a chat and chew. And they're just talking about social issues. They're talking about what this community means to them, what our program means to them.
It's the place that I spend a large amount of my time simply because of not only just the service, just the atmosphere, the quality of food that we get here, but it's just the relationships also that we build here. It's the networks that we have here. Both, everything that you can imagine. It's from the political networks to just the business networks that we have built here at Bond.
You could see the county executive, the council, members of the Senate delegation, members of the House delegation, leaders from across the world come here.
I did one of my first fundraisers here as a delegate. That's how important Bond45 is to me. I had a bill regarding service workers, regarding the minimum wage, and we came here to Bond45 to talk to workers. But then we had a fundraiser, and so Bond45 will always continue to hold a special place in my heart.
Our careers, our lifestyle, and our friendship in Bond is a testament that relationships matter. And so everything I do when I invest in something is because of the relationship. And so walking into Bond, being greeted by the owner, right? Being greeted by not just my good friend, but the bartenders, the patrons, and things like that, makes the experience so much better. And so being able to come somewhere that I'm loved, I can be me, not have to put on airs, just be all, just be David, just be Maurice, and be comfortable in our skin and be comfortable in the success that we've had is celebrated here.
The most impactful moment on me personally, when I was awarded the Emerging Leader of the Year in Prince George County on November 10th, 2022. For a restaurant general manager, a restaurant worker, to reflect on the community positively in a way that you are awarded a community award. This, to me, was one of the biggest honors I have ever received in my life. To finally get to realize that whatever we are doing at Bond45, the experience that we're creating, the hard work, the long nights, the long hours, it's actually showing huge outcome and great results. So to me, it's an honor beyond anybody else's imagination. The most impactful moment, and it's so many of them, but I can just mention a very, very short story when I was still a front of the house manager, touching tables, and that Saturday night when the military band was playing music in the plaza, and I noticed this young girl that she's 11 years old sitting in the patio with an older gentleman, an older lady, and she's not eating. The gentleman is kind of sad, the lady is quiet, no one is touching their food, so checking their table, and spontaneously I just walked up to the little girl and I asked her, why are we not finishing our food? How come you're not eating? Don't you like our food? And she didn't respond to me, and she was very, very quiet. So I promised her, if you start eating, I'll get you the biggest surprise ever. I'm checking on the girl, and the girl is eating. The lady is crying. The gentleman is in a shock. So the lady asked me to step aside so she can share what's going on, because I was terrified that maybe I've said something wrong. She mentioned to me that the little girl lost her dad a while back in Iraq, and soon after that, a couple years later, she lost her mom in combat in Afghanistan. The girl was so depressed, and it was her birthday, and she couldn't celebrate. So the aunt and the uncle were trying to cheer her up by any way, but the problem is, as soon as the military band started to play, she got really emotional. I got her out of this mood. She started eating. I received a thank you letter weeks after this incident that says, "What you didn't know was my father had just died, and I was having a hard time celebrating my birthday. You went above and beyond to make our dinner at your restaurant fabulous. The service and the food was spectacular. We will return again to sample more of Bond45 and your other location in New York City." It's just so much to say, like such cards and such thank you letters that's really goes straight to your heart and makes you love what you do, and that's why we love what we do. It's we always believe that in a split of a second with this very simple interaction, again, it's not just serving food and drinks, it's you interact with people and you can literally change your life. You renew and refresh the hope and the faith of humanity through service. This message is way beyond just restaurant operations and being a general manager, running numbers and leading a team. And I'm so extremely grateful that everybody here in my team and in my family, they share the same story, they have the same culture, they go above and beyond. Not because this is the direction of the place, but it's more of like they are genuinely hospitable and they love what they do. And that's why Bond45 it's a very special case, and I keep going on and on, and hopefully I didn't miss anything, and it's just overwhelming. So my dream is to see restaurants in National Harbor, in this community, that's dedicated to create an experience beyond just serving food and drinks. An experience that welcomes everybody all the time and treats everybody like they are a part of our family. Our guests here at Bond45 over the years, they call us family. They don't call us friends or teammates or co-workers. We're all one big family, and it's very, very difficult to read everybody's personality and cater to them, and to be successful in reading their personality and being a part of their family.
How do y'all make Casamigos?
Get a glass of champagne, hold the bubbles.
I didn't ask for it.
Can I get a window seat outside?
Do you know John?
John said you should get free champagne.
Can you turn down the Jumbotron outside? It's too loud.